An ideal world, the open road, few vehicles and little traffic. The same is true for the internet. Little demand and lots of capacity means fast downloads. But we don't live in an ideal world. Narrow streets and lots of cars lead to congestion. Online, the situation is growing more like this one, as more of us use the internet. We're trying to squeeze ever more data down hair-thin fibre optic cables like this one. Today, scientists warned of a capacity crunch, where our online routes become choked with data.
So the capacity crunch is where the amount of information people want to put on a communication network exceeds that network's ability to transport it. Now, different people have different opinions about when we would reach that. The people who are most aggressive in their predictions say within about 1 or 2 product cycles, so maybe about 8 years.
By 2020, the UK could reach its limit. In fact, in just 3 years, there'll be more internet traffic than everything online since 1984. The numbers will be huge, so big that normal words can't even be used to describe them. 1.6 zettabytes a year. That's 132 exabytes per month. To understand what that actually means, it's a bit like 5.5 billion people binge-watching Game of Thrones online in HD, or watching 4.5 trillion YouTube clips.
One way to increase capacity is to make the roads wider so you can fit more traffic on them. That's called adding bandwidth. But there's a limit to how much you can do that physically. Instead, we might need to manage the infrastructure we have a bit better. So instead of all of us getting online in our own individual cars, we start using the equivalent of public transport, digital buses, which mean we all use the network a bit more efficiently.
Another solution is to upgrade the hardware, as this lab at University College London is doing. If internet data is like a vehicle on a road, they're coming up with cars that can change size according to the traffic.
As you put in more fibres, the costs will scale linearly, which means that we will face either a rationing of capacity or increase in prices. Both of these are very detrimental to the digital economies.
The internet is as much a part of the UK's national infrastructure as motorways are. If we want to avoid bumper-to-bumper traffic, roadworks will be needed soon. Tom Cheshire, Sky News.